So this is the lesson for the pre-test, setting up our paper for it, for perspective unit. So we're going to be setting up this paper, and this is so that I can document learning. Just like when you were little, maybe you guys little ones and have to take those spelling tests and figure out what words you needed to work on. So what was the point of that lesson? What was that teacher doing when you would take a pre-test? Right, trying to see what you know and what you need to work on. So I want to know what you remember about perspective. The elementary art teacher and I, we talk regularly about different lessons. She's always like, what do they need to learn better when they come see you? What projects should we do? So we are constantly in conversations about lessons, and perspective is one that we work really hard on. So I know all the lessons from kindergarten through 6th grade that have to do with teaching you about perspective. Then she passes the baton, so to speak, and here we are in high school land, the next planet that you live on during the day, high school land, and I see it like a cartoon. Come here, and now what do you remember and what can I teach you, so we keep building upon those skills. So the pretest today is going to be about 1-point perspective and 2-point perspective. So we're going to start by making 4 quadrants of our paper. So we're going to fold it into 4 sections. We're going to crease that. We're going to open it up. We're going to write our name. You're going to write your name. You're not going to write the word name. I had somebody do that once. That was kind of funny. They're following directions super well. What period you're in. I know it's going to be Art 7. You're not going to have your name super big because we don't want to take up too much room because we're going to be using this section. So the title for this column here, here, and here, this is going to be 1-point perspective. The one next to it is going to be 2-point. The top row here is going to be your pretest row. I'm going to write pretest here and pretest here. This is where you're working today. Today you're going to draw in this quadrant a picture that is 1-point perspective. Then this box you're going to do what 2-point perspective is. And if you don't know, you just, draw something in there, see where your brain is taking you. Now, after 2 lessons, because this is a unit, I'm going to be doing a 1-point perspective project with you. Then we're going to fill in the post-test. After. So this will be 1-point perspective post-test. And then we're going to do a 2-point perspective project. Then after that 2-point perspective project, we'll fill in this quadrant here. What this does is this is a way for when you're in the art room, in the visual arts, to demonstrate learning. Because a lot of what we do is drawing, painting, sculpture, etc. It's not like you scored 90% on, it's not like a math class where it's something really easy to measure. So instead we're going to visually measure, just like we visually define the elements of art in the first project. and we will visually show maybe I had a little understanding here, and then you'll see, oh, they've mastered it, they get it. Hopefully that's our goal. For this one here, the 2-point perspective, I feel like a couple of you may know, some of you might be like, what? Just draw something. Think about what those words sound like, but then here we should also have mastery. That's our goal. So I think you have a little understanding, not much understanding. We're looking for mastering it, and then I feel like I've done my job as a teacher. You learned something. So these will be kept in your folder. I'd like for you to work on these now. Then each table group, just the top 2, pretest. And then we are going to pop them into your folder to keep, and we'll take them out at the end of each of the perspective projects. Okie dokie? Okie dokie. I am going to save this and post this